You will not believe how stupid this professor makes himself look in front of Michael Knowles. Hey guys, it's Isabella Moody from Resist the Mainstream. Make sure you like today's video, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and let's get into it. So, we are reacting to my favorite person to react to, Michael Knowles, which, by the way, guys, comment down below who's your favorite person that we react to. We commonly react to Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh, Charlie Kirk, Dinesh D'Souza, Steven Crowder. There's more, but comment below who's your favorite person to see us react to, and also comment down below maybe some other people you would love to watch us react to. Yeah, Michael Knowles, my number one. I just like him the most. He's my favorite Daily Wire host. But yeah, today he's on a college campus. I believe it's from a speech about Christopher Columbus, because you know the left hates Christopher Columbus. He's a racist colonizer in their eyes, of course. And yeah, this college professor just completely embarrasses himself. You know, Michael Knowles has to teach him some stuff. And what I like about this video is I'm always talking about how our students are getting brainwashed on the American college campus. And now you can see, we can put a face to who exactly is brainwashing them. Yes, these are the professors that are getting paid way too much money to brainwash our children. Seriously, college is a scam. Waste of time and money. Do not go. Do not send your kids there unless they're having a degree that they need to use. They need to get it from there. That is my advice to you. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video.
I'm a full-time professor here. I also am Italian American, and I happen to...
I'm also an Italian American. Comment below if you're also Italian. Let me know. Let me know.
Agree with the protester in the back.
Well, I have to say, as a professor, that you would come. I really appreciate that, because I know students come out a lot, but professors don't always come out to hear opposing points of view, so that's a wonderful thing.
It's my duty. But
Okay, sorry, I'm already pausing, but why is he so nervous? He's a grown man. Grown-ass man, and he's getting nervous to ask Michael Knowles a question. Like, how does he get up in front of a class and talk in front of them all day, every day? I don't get it. You're a grown-ass man, and you're literally getting nervous like you're a little schoolgirl who's a groupie for Michael Knowles. It's embarrassing. Get a grip. Grow some balls, dude, and ask your freaking question. I mean, this is what I don't get. He literally obviously has a question in mind. He already knows what he wants to ask him, and he's getting nervous like a little schoolgirl. Get your panties out of a bunch, sir, and ask your question. Any day now.
I've left you speechless. I've dazzled you.
Thank you.
Exactly.
In 1492, before a racist and genocider came to this land, there were people living here. Every inch of this land was occupied.
Just as a matter of history, not every inch of the land was occupied. It was there.
What I love about what Michael Knowles does here is he already has to correct this professor. No, actually, just let me school you real quick. Let me school you real quick. It's not every inch. The land wasn't occupied every inch. It was actually just parts of America. So I just love how Michael Knowles is just going to kind of nitpick this professor and just already is making him look stupid, and this is why we love Michael Knowles.
Huge areas that were completely wilderness.
I was quiet the entire time you spoke. Those people still...
Did he just get offended that Michael Knowles was responding to something he already said? Hey, yes, you were quiet during the entire speech of Michael Knowles's, but you are an audience member at his speech. Michael Knowles is the one controlling the conversation and controlling the question and answers and et cetera, et cetera. That's like if someone were to host an interview and the guest was mad that the interviewer was responding to something that they said. Michael Knowles is the leader here, dude. You clearly don't have the balls enough to actually talk louder and stand up for yourself because you're so quiet I can barely hear you. Literally my biggest pet peeve when reacting to these interviews is A, how quiet the people are and shy, and B, how terrible whoever's holding up the microphone is at getting the microphone close enough to their mouth. But I digress.
Still exist. The North American indigenous people, Central and South American, they're still here. And I would like to know how you can say that they have no ancestral claim to this land, and that as a white person, you can say that they cannot migrate freely and cannot use the land freely, that they rightfully own and have for thousands of years.
Well, Mike, I'd like you to be more specific. which people specifically and which land specifically, because there were lots of different peoples in the northern and southern, in North America and South America at the arrival of Christopher Columbus. So which people do you think have a claim to which land?
I'm talking about the Native Americans.
But there were many different Native American tribes.
Would you like me to name all the tribes?
Yes, and I'd like you to name, and the reason I would like you to name all the tribes is because there were many tribes who conquered many other tribes. So just as an example, thank you. Just as an example, the Comanche Indians come in and they conquer areas run by the Apache Indians. Now the United States comes in and it owns that land. To which tribe should that revert? To which tribe should that land revert? The Comanche, who had it before us, or the Apache, who had it before them? Moreover, for the people who still exist, you're referring to Christopher Columbus in an ahistorical way by calling him some sort of racist or some sort of genocidal maniac. The man never committed any sorts of genocide at all, and he was actually known among the Spanish explorers for his good treatment of the natives. That point is neither here nor there. And I encourage people to read biographies of Christopher Columbus because there's a lot of historical fiction out there. The point on that is that when the Spanish came to this country, and to this continent, they did create a new race known as Latinos. This is a mixture of Spaniards and Native American populations. So if we are going to revert certain land to native populations, why would we not then immediately take that land away from them because they also descend from Spanish explorers? In what sort of atomized way would you define your own race, your own identity? I think this is a very backwards and ultimately impossible view of personal identity that puts your stock in some particular ancestor rather than something that is larger than yourself. I think it's a madness of the modern left, and it leads to crazy policy proposals, such as saying that somebody who descends from a native population in Colombia has a right to move to any apartment he wants to in New York because of race or something.
Exactly. Michael Knowles is exactly correct there. It's the same thing with reparations. You see Black Americans these days begging for reparations to supposedly get what they deserve after slavery, but hey, I'm pretty sure none of the Black Americans alive today were slaves. And hey, I'm pretty sure that none of the white people alive today were slave owners. So why would we be paying the Black people of today reparations when they weren't the ones that dealt with this? Just like with what Michael Knowles was saying, why would we be giving certain housing or whatever to descendants of Native Americans if those weren't the ones that actually got their land taken away from them? Doesn't make sense. But that's the thing about leftist ideas, is they don't make sense. All you can make sense of them is basically saying, okay, it's a leftist idea, so stop trying to rationalize it. They're clearly going insane, and more insane by the second, literally. I mean, if you even think about back in 2016 when Trump was running for president the first time, I thought the left was crazy. Yeah. Look at them now, pushing transgenderism in kids and reparations for Black people and Ukraine and all this stuff. Just so much stuff, and they just keep getting worse and worse at an accelerated pace. And that's why we must fight back. We cannot let the left continue chipping away at our rights, winning every single battle. We've got to fight back. But of course, that's what you guys do. That's why you guys watch this channel, and we appreciate it so much. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Make sure you like it on the way out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.